What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel, Gus Gains. Thank you for stopping by. Once again, I am not a financial advisor, just a 36-year-old trying to get back into shape from 234 down to 168. Today is a full workout pull day, so stick around. I'm trying to make it short and not boring for you guys, so you guys see all the workouts. We're going to start off with a ISO pronated lat pull down here. And we definitely want to start off light and warm up correctly, just because it was super cold this day. It was right before the Memphis area got hit with a big ice storm. So starting off with 45s on each side with this pronated grip. It gets super heavy at the top when you start and much lighter here at the bottom. I'm not sure how I like this machine, to be honest with you guys, compared to the other single arm lat pull down machine that is a neutral grip. That one, I feel like I feel my lats a little bit more if I do it correctly, which I kind of like. But there's something about this machine where that weight feels super heavy at the top, and once I bring it down, it gets lighter. There's something satisfying about that movement that I like. I don't know if that's any, mind games or anything like that. But nonetheless, there it is. I didn't do any heavy weight on this warm-up compared to the one that I did a week and a half ago. I did 45s for 10 as well too, just because it's a warm-up. I'm trying to keep on the screen when I do each workout now what I did the prior time I did that exact movement. If I went up or down on weight or reps and things like that, let me know how you guys like that, or if you think that I should do a better graphic. But I kind of like to write it on the screen a lot more than doing graphics, to be honest with you. This is the first working set with 70 pounds on each side, and I did this for 10 reps this week. It is the same weight as I did the last time I did this machine for the first working set, 70 pounds per side for 10 reps as well too. Just because I want to feel really warmed up since it's the first movement. I've here lately been tending to pull or kind of, hurt myself a little bit rushing into the movements. I'm also feeling like I'm not breathing correctly, like I'm tensing up on my neck versus I guess holding my breath in my midsection and really tensing there. So that's something that I really got to work on as well too. I feel like I get a lot of tension on my neck when I'm pushing heavier weight, especially on push movements, not necessarily pull movements, more on push. This is the second working set. Last week I did 80 pounds for 8. This week I did 95 pounds per side for 9. So I went up on weight and also went up on reps as well too. Overall, I like the form, I like the movement. I don't feel, maybe I should be a little bit more stable, but overall, I feel like I felt good doing this movement here. And that was with my right hand, which normally I feel like my right hand should be stronger, but here lately on these pull movements, I feel like my left has been, working on it out a little bit better. See, it just seems like I struggle a little bit less with that left hand, at least what I've been seeing with myself. And then we're going to move on to the third set of this lat pull down. Compared to last week where I did 85 pounds for 6, this week I did 110 for 6 as well too. So went up on weight, same reps, but technically, it's better reps, so went up on reps as well too. If you guys don't mind, in the comments down below, let me know which lat pull down you like better, in these specific machines where it's single arm. Is it the pronated one, neutral or supinated machines? I don't think I've done a supinated single arm lat pull down before. I'll have to check to see if there's one in either of the gyms that I go to. But anyway, let's move on to our second workout, and this is going to be a low row with a mag grip, and I'm going to be doing 2 different grips in the same movement. And last week, I did the same weight, 120 for the first set, but I did it for 10 reps. This time, I did it for 12 reps, so the reps went up. And as you can tell right now, I'm changing my grip because I was doing a pronated grip. Now I'm doing a supinated grip. I just wanted to get a little superset going on here and really working on my upper and mid back with these movements here, just trying to get different grips to work different parts of the muscle. And on the second set here, last week we did 140 for 10. This week 160 for 10. So went up on weight on our second movement. And like I was saying, doing supinated, and then I'm going to change it here, do a pronated grip. Really like this workout this week. I felt like I really got fatigued and really work those muscles on these movements. It was probably one of my favorite workouts of the day here, this one. And we're going to move on to the third set. 160 last week for 7, 180 for 8 this week. Now it's a much heavier weight than I normally could do. And as you can tell, I'm really not going all the way back. I'm really not pinching those shoulders back like I would want to. So I really just want to feel that heavy weight on those muscles. I want to feel what it feels like. And then on this last 4 set, what I decided to do was to drop the weight back down to 120 and really just get that nice pinch on the back. But I was already super fatigued from that 180, so I was only able to do a couple here. So overall, I felt good that we went back down on weight and really just focused on pinching those back muscles. And like I said, I'm already tired, so it's really, not necessarily great form here with the pinch and bring my elbows all the way back and really keep them tucked into my side. But it was the last set of this workout, so overall I was happy. Now, probably one of the most boring workouts that you see, so if you want to skip to the next workout, go ahead. But these are the cable lateral races, and I'm only going to show you, I did 3 sets, 10 reps per set, but I'm only going to show you 3 clips and 1 of each set that I did, so that way it doesn't get too boring. If you do want to stick around for it, you can. If not, skip to the next workout. And I have not done these movements in this gym. That's why I didn't put what I did last week, because I've done this at Crunch, but I feel like every single machine at Crunch and every single machine here, everything is different. The weight, the way it goes up to the next, set of weights increments, because it's single pulleys versus double pulleys. So it's a big ordeal. That's why now I'm keeping up with my totals now. I'm putting what gym I was at when I did it, right? That way I know that I'm going up in weight and or reps if I'm staying at the same weight. But overall, just wanted to try a different delt workout, because I'll show you actually my favorite one of this gym to do here towards the end of the video. I'll show you what I really like. Now we're going to move over to this chest supported row. This one is one that I've not done at this gym. The one at Crunch sucks, so, it's completely different. This one, actually, the arms, you can change the way they tilt, where they move. This is 121 pounds for 10. Felt super light. We did 4 sets here just because this one felt super light, that we felt it was more like a warm-up instead. And as you can see, I'm really coming back with my elbows far behind my back there. Some people say stop, a little bit past your back, that, really targeted. Other people say that you really want to go back and pinch those shoulder blades to really get a contraction. It's all, up to you, what feels good to you, what works out for you. This is the second set, 143 pounds for 10. I really was also overemphasizing the stretch when I go and get my stretch to really open up my back as well too. I think that to me is one of the better things that this machine does with that chest support, that you can really just round over and let your back open up and really get a great stretch there. Overall, I like this machine as well too. This is the first time that we used it at this gym. I liked it. Well, last time it was broken, so we couldn't use it. This is a third set, 165 for 9. I'm still getting a good stretch at the front and really coming at the back. I felt good about this one. I think this one was the contributor of my back being sore the next day. Whether you believe that soreness, is an indication of growth or good workout or whatnot, or just an indication that you've never done that part of the movement of the muscle and that's why it's sore. Either way, I really felt that the next day. All right, so now done with that, we're going to move on to our 4th set of this workout. This is going to be for 187 pounds. Did this for 6, and you can really tell here that I'm really leaning back on those, trying to get my chest off that chest support, which is not necessarily great form, but again, it's not bad to feel that kind of weight. Done with that, we're moving over to seated Delt Flies. This is the machine that I really like for my delts. I wish it was a standing up one. It's not, as a seated one. I don't know necessarily which one would be better and why a standing one would be better versus a seated or vice versa. But regardless, 99 pounds for 10. I really feel a great burn on my delts and upper traps when I really go super high and try to touch my hands together. That's when I feel my traps the most. This is going to be the second set. These go pretty quick. Not a lot of, pausing or taking it slow. Just really trying to get the workout in here. That's just really burns really good on these. This is going to be the third set and final set here. This is for 121 410 as well. I have done these before in this gym, but I unfortunately did not keep up with the weights. And that's me just being lazy. I just feel like I'll remember what I did on these. I don't have to keep up with it. I should. I just need to stop being lazy. Pin loaded preacher curls. 66 pounds last week for 10. The same thing this week, 66 for 10. Overall, this is not my favorite bicep preacher curl machine at this gym or at Crunch. This one right here, to me, I can't get my armpits really tucked in there on the pad. It feels awkward with the handles the way they are. Overall, I'm not a big fan of this one, but unfortunately this gym, this is the only preacher curl machine that they have, right? The other gyms have like a plate loaded one, a pin loaded one, a different type of one. This one only has this one, and it was broken 2 weeks that that we were there. So not a fan of it, but it's still good to get that workout in there. Now we're going to move on to our third set, and our third set is going to be, last week we did 88 for 6. This week we did 88 for, I put 8, but it's actually 7. I miscounted in 7. I didn't want to go back and change that. There I go being lazy again. I just talked about not being lazy and I just did it, but it is what it is. We'll do better, taking one day at a time. Now we're going to move on to standing up easy bar curls. Last week the first set was 75 for 10. This week 75 for 8. This is one of the first ones that I actually go down in reps compared to the week before. And I guess you could call this a preacher machine, but I don't do preacher curls on this one. And I'm going to tell you why on the next clip here when we do our second set. To me, this machine, since it's a close review, you can actually see it's much longer. So instead of being 25 pounds, it's actually 35. And it doesn't necessarily curl as close together right here in the middle compared to the other ones that I've done. It's an awkward bar to try to do these curls at, because if I do them this wide, it feels weird. If I do them in the narrow grip, it doesn't feel great. So I feel like I'm complaining a lot on this video as far as bicep workouts. Sorry if I am. I just feel like I have not been able to get in my rhythm and comfort zone with bicep workouts at this gym, unfortunately. That is one of the things that I have found, that it's lacking every time that I have to do a bicep workout. I can't get a good workout, a good pump or a good feel at this gym. And I decided on that last third set to do narrow grip just to change it up. And here's the last workout of the day. Incline bench spider curls, 17.5. I'm not going to make you watch all 3 sets that we did because it's super boring. It's just sitting back and doing this over and over. So not going to make you do that. I want to thank you guys for watching, sticking around. If you haven't already, go ahead and comment and like this video and subscribe to the channel. It really means a lot to me. We are at 118 subscribers as I make this video. It means the world that people are watching, subscribing, commenting. It just makes me feel like I'm actually inspiring and motivating people to get out there and become a better version, healthier version of yourself. So I appreciate you guys, and we'll see you in the next video. Thank you. Y'all be safe. God bless.